Hi, this is Caroline from Adult Services, and I'm here to talk about our book club book next month, Mi Coquina. It's recipes from Mexico. It's a beautiful book, but also very delicious recipes. So that will be Tuesday, May 21st at 6:30 p.m. Make something from the cookbook and share and enjoy. And that will be on the 3rd floor.
Hi everyone, I am a new face to the Goffstown Public Library. My name is Natalie and I am here to tell you about a couple of new titles, things that have just come in that I'm excited to read. I have not read them yet. So this is The Tower, and this is by Flora Carr. It's a historical novel about Mary, Queen of Scots. So there's lots of drama, and I think it should be really good, maybe slightly gothic. Excited about this one. And then we have The Divorcees by Rowan Baird. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But this is really interesting. It's about a place, almost a resort, where divorcees would go right after they got divorced from their husbands. And I think it takes place in like the 1960s. 51 is when it starts. So it's very glamorous and about all of these women who are just having the time of their lives. And I think that sounds really fun. And then Glorious Exploits, which the cover, obviously, is what drew me to it. Love the googly eyes, and I had to touch them. They are not 3D. It's just a picture, but this one is fun, and it takes place in Sicily during the Peloponnesian War. So this is really going back a ways, historical fiction, and it's about a couple of, what did they do? Potters, a couple of potters who loved to drink and tell stories, and Athens plays a role in it too. So sounds interesting. And then lastly, I have a book that I read recently and really liked. It's not new, but Berlin by B. Seton is about a late 20-somethings girl who spends a year in Berlin, Germany, after college. Well, she lies a little bit about her life, so there's some mystery in it, but it's just a really sort of intuitive, like her thoughts of her time in Berlin, and I thought it was really good. So highly recommend this one, especially if you like female-led narratives. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Hello, readers. Today, I want to talk to you about historical fiction, specifically novels about the Vietnam War. There's been a lot of stuff in social media, at least on the pages that I follow, regarding books. And The Women by Kristen Hanna is getting a lot of airtime. I did read the book. I will not be reviewing it today. However, we have a lot of Vietnam fiction in our collection. It's a very hot topic for people, men and women. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I like and some that are very well reviewed that I haven't read yet. The first is called Her Own Vietnam by Lynn Canter, Kanter, a novel told from the perspective of a Vietnam nurse. It's very graphic in places, but it's very poignant. I loved this book. I own it in my own collection too. The next one is a book that kind of made Tim O'Brien a Vietnam author, even though he writes a lot more than that. This is The Things They Carried, also based in the Vietnam War era by the perspective of veterans. So it is an award-winning book, highly recommended. I also love this book. Next one, the rest are books I have not read yet. Some are on my TBR pile. Cambodia Noir by Nick Seeley, Vietnam novel. The Committed, written by a Vietnamese author. I can't pronounce this person's name, so I won't try. Matterhorn. This was a very hot book when it was published. This is a novel of the Vietnam War. It's a little bit lengthy compared to some of the others, so you have to commit to this one, okay, in order to get through it. A Bend in the River by Libby Fisher Hellman. Has a beautiful cover. And this is told from the viewpoint of Vietnamese sisters. So we have some from the viewpoint of male characters and female characters. Nelson DeMille wrote Upcountry about, based on the Vietnam War as well. And one of my favorite authors, Chris Bojalian, wrote The Red Lotus. This is set in Vietnam. This is a really lovely book. I just love the way Bojalian writes. And this is nothing new. He writes beautifully in every book, whether you like them or not. So Red Lotus. There are many more books about Vietnam in our collection. This is just a small smattering for you to choose from. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.